So this might be a 5-minute reset.
I've seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
And there it is.
Yep.
No worries.
Good morning, Sonny. How are you doing? How are you doing?
Ready to strike.
Bam!
God, that actually is really nice clear on.
What's my global emo? I honestly have no idea. I don't even know if I've ever used it. Like, looking at Nuwa.
Look at her. Oh.
Okay. Ow. Oh, that's her Aegis down.
I'm going for jungle vault. Attack.
If he wasn't a Vegas, he actually probably would have died
I'll
too.
need to take note of this.
Smart to play.
Ready to strike.
Smart play.
Ooh. You are crazy.
Oh, good. Best of luck, boys.
No, no, no.
Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no. First game, good talk. First game, dude. It's the real deal, man. The real deal. And it's probably going to be a 5-minute reset and then take 2, you know? What are the odds, Otter? Really good, actually, because of the rework. Looking at our boy. Bam!
Aw.
First blood or first blooded. I'm a Loki. I don't care. Do do do.
Ready to strike.
Bam! Ready to strike. I feel bad that this guy literally dodged because I was in the game. Like, what?
On my way.
You know?
Never see it coming.
Alright. Poseidon Aegis down. Why does everybody have Aegis? Whatever happened to buying beads? Like, but I missed the memo. Is it Aegis Day?
Aegis Day.
Yeah. Apparently. It's Aegis Day. It's Aegis Day. Oh, Aegis Day. I'm looking at the new one.
I got all.
Ready to strike.
Hey, there he goes.
Nice job. Nice job.
Well, boys, with our last minute and a half of this game, what would you like to do? I'm going down. I'm turning around. No backstab damage. He's dead. It's okay. He sacrificed his body, dude. His body. He knows the game's ending in a minute.
He's just like, I need to prove my
He
worth.
knows it's ending. You need a G-bad bonk emote now. Bonk. We have a bonk emote, luckily, dude, just for you.
Never see it coming.
We bring the hammer, man. Mm-hmm.
He was out of red.
How did the Medusa challenge go yesterday? We got half of it. We got half of it. We made it to 5, not 10. Although we had like
Did it.
8 of them that were so close. So very close.
I don't know if you guys know, but new wall's down.
Yep. Good call, good call.
You would never have known.
Gotta know, man. You gotta know these things.
Get him, get him, get him. Nice.
Ah,
Good times.
good times, good times. There it is. Yep. Okay, well, let's try this again, huh?
Run it back.
We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it live.
We're doing it live. Yeah. Do. Let's try this again. But a real game this time. Mm-hmm. You left for 1 second, you already won the match, yeah. All right, take 2, folks. Take 2.
Let's go.
Let's go. You know what would be a great thing to do, guys? In these 40 seconds, we're waiting for this queue. Getting yourself signed up for that 40,000 gem giveaway, folks. You can enter in by typing an !! giveaway and going to the link, or clicking the panels down in the, clicking the panel down below. The more things you do, the more entry points you get, dude. The more entry points you get. You want to win 8K gems and get the Odyssey? Well, by golly, you best be entering. Well, by golly.
So we're gonna redo this raw and emoji combo, yeah?
Yeah, we're going back. We're going back. Also, get your units down, says Icy. Icy says to get your units down. Units down. Get your units down. Units down. Yeah. Why would I do that, Harvey? Why would I do that? I already gave the most accurate rapport possible, you know?
I walk in the shadows.
Already, dude.
Oh, I'm carrying
It can't be improved upon.
Oh, we gotta support Loki.
Can't be improved
We'll see how
upon.
that goes.
You know, when
Facts.
when it's perfect, it's perfect. You know what I'm saying, my dude?
Do we want to run back the same thing as last match, or do you guys want to play the new ones?
Sometimes things
I'm just gonna play whatever. I play.
You're the same.
What?
Whatever.
So, yesterday,
I don't even know.
me and my family started our Baldur's Gate 3 game, kind of. For those that haven't played it yet, it is early access for sure. No doubt that it is early access. Supposedly the single player is actually not so buggy, but multiplayer on the other hand was not so blessed. So we all got logged on, and step one, we spent about 45 minutes trying to get my dad's mic to work just in Discord. That was just getting an old man to use Discord. So that was a nice chunk right off the start, was trying to get that to work. So then once we got past, the old people situation, we actually made our characters, and that was fun. And so that took a while. So everybody got super into their character creation and all that good stuff, right? So that was great. No problems. We go in through the cutscenes, super cool, like intro videos. We spawn into the game. Okay, this is awesome. The game is super aesthetic looking already. The graphics are awesome. My sister goes into a conversation with this thing. Nobody can see the conversation. We're that's kind of a bummer, but early access, I'm sure some of these things are gonna happen. So she's in this conversation doing this thing. All of a sudden, I look over,
This would be
and my
useful in
brother
case
is
of
dead. Blah.
accidents.
My brother's dead. I'm like, what? How? We've been in the game for 30 seconds. 30 seconds. He's dead. I'm like, what could have possibly happened? He goes, I fell through the
What did
map.
you do this time?
I'm like, what? He goes, I am underneath the map. Right off the bat. I'm like, all right, let me try to res you. Couldn't
At least
res
your
him because he
clearing
was
will be
underneath the
insanely
map.
good.
The game hadn't saved yet, so we have to re-roll all of our characters. Okay? So we go back, we re-roll, remake all of our characters. This time my brother doesn't fall through the map. So we go through, we redo everything. And we get ourselves to the first cutscene, like the first like real conversation piece with this little brain thing. No spoilers. Half the people in our party go, okay, my screen is pitch black. So we got 2 people watching this thing happen. Another 2 people, they're like, all right, my screens are just pitch black, but I can hear the audio in the background. We're like, all right, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. That conversation goes through. Okay, they finish it all right on up. Bada bing, it fixes our black screen. Okay, that's great.
Thank you.
We walk a little bit farther. We get to the first combat. Oh my goodness, this guy is really committed.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I literally don't think I'm gonna be able to reach him, which is so troll. Oh my goodness.
Ready to strike.
There we go. First blood or first blood in. Easy. We get to the first combat encounter. We all start doing our turns. My sister goes, why isn't anybody doing their turns yet? We're like, what? We've all done our turns. We're just waiting for you to do your turn. She goes, nobody on my screen has done their turn yet. So as it turns out, there's a really big bug in multiplayer where you can desync in combat. And my sister was desyncing in combat really hard. And so anytime we got to a combat, she would be about 5 minutes behind that we would have to wait for everything to happen on her client before she could do her turn. And we had to wait for it because she couldn't even end her turns until it caught up on her client.
A pretty blade.
So we're like, well, this is basically unplayable, right? Like a battle that should take maybe 2 minutes probably took 20 minutes. We're like, well, obviously that's not playable. So I quickly look online and it says, well, if you change your host, it might fix the problem. So I was hosting. So like, okay, well, we'll change the host. We'll change the host and see if it fixes it. Well, when you change the host, it changes the person that obviously hosts the game. So the person that has the save file, which means we had to create our characters all over again. So we recreate our characters all over again now for the 3rd time. We get in, we rush quickly to go to the first combat. And now in the first combat, 3 out of 4 of us have the desync issue. So we're like, okay, well that made the problem way worse. So let's have somebody else host. So we remake our characters again to have the 3rd person start hosting. And this time, my sister's not lagging out, but like my brother's lagging out and desyncing in combat. We're like, well, now it's 1 person again, but it's still somebody desyncing in combat. So that's still not gonna work. So let's go ahead and do it one more time just for the giggles. So eventually we get my father to host. We remake all of our characters again. We've now made our characters 6 times in a row. We are getting really good at it. We've been playing for probably 4 hours just trying to get out of the tutorial. My father hosts the game. My sister is once again the one desyncing in combat. We decide, well, maybe it's just like the very first combat, right? Maybe it's this very first combat encounter, and then after this very first combat encounter, the problem will fix itself. So we push through and we go to the second combat encounter. My sister's still lagging. We're like, well, what if you exit your client in the middle of combat and then reconnect in the middle of combat and then see if it fixes it for you? So she disconnects in the middle of combat and then she starts to come back in the middle of combat and it fixes the issue. Her combat is totally good. Until we get to the next combat situation where once again she is desyncing out of the combat.
Useful in case of a few.
So now, every time we get into a combat, she is restarting her client every single time we get into combat and then rejoining the game so she's not lagging. Okay.
Out of mana.
We get to the very last fight in the tutorial. And everything starts breaking, okay? My brother's screen goes red, just like really bright red. He's like, guys, I don't know what's happening in this game, but I feel like this color is like bad for my monitors. Like it's really bright red. My sister goes, all right, I am combat desyncing really hard. As long as you guys can do the stuff, it'll be fine. Me and my dad start to do the combat. We kill these couple of imps that are there, and then both mine and my dad's screen go completely black. We can no longer see anything at all. I'm like, oh my god, we can't see anything. My brother's screen is red, mine and my dad's screen is black, and my sister is completely desynced in this combat. So the only person who can actually play the game right now is my sister, who is about 20 minutes behind in the combat order. So eventually she just goes, screw it, I'm just gonna run straight at the objective and try to get the objective, because now she's the only person that can even play. So she just yeets her character 20 minutes in the past at the objective, makes it over to the objective, brings me and dad to a cutscene. Okay, my brother crashes out of the game completely, and my sister then gets cut to a black screen. Now me and my dad are watching a cutscene of my sister's character trying to be a hero and save the game. My brother's completely crashed out, so he's asking for information on what's happening. So I'm explaining to him what's happening on the screen. We're all dying laughing. All dying laughing. And then eventually, me and my dad get to a loading screen, but we can't go through to the loading screen yet because my sister has just now started the cutscene 10 minutes into the future, and we have to wait for her to go through the entire cutscene in order to get her into the loading screen so the rest of us can load to the next part. We get through it. My brother logs back into the game. It has genuinely been 5, maybe more hours at this point. I've never belly laughed so hard at all of the early access bugs that are going on. It was a hilariously bad experience, but honestly really funny. Everybody was just like cracking jokes and having a blast. We beat the tutorial. Everybody is exhausted, right? Thank you, Cookies, for the 7 months. We're exhausted. 5 hours to beat a tutorial that maybe should take 30 minutes when you're learning the controls. We go, well, we're either gonna have to, you know, we're probably just gonna have to wait for some sort of multiplayer patch, right, guys? Thank you, Bacon, for 4 months. We're probably just gonna have to wait for a patch. But, just to make sure, because there's a chance, right? There's a chance that it was just the tutorial that's this buggy, right? Like, it's a low chance. Chances are it's just a multiplayer issue. But there's a really low chance that, in fact, I'm coming for the gang, that this actually is just a super bug in the tutorial.
Oh, that's a good.
So we decide to continue playing forward a little bit to get to the first non-tutorial combat encounter.
So much.
We get to the first non-tutorial combat encounter. It's my sister's turn first. She goes, guys, I can do my turn.
Ready to strike.
Well, by golly.
Ultimate is
That's
ready.
great. So my sister starts to do her turn. The rest of us go to do our turns. She goes, guys,
Are you okay?
I can see everybody doing their turn. I'm like, oh my god.
Okay.
We get through the entire combat encounter with no lag whatsoever. As it turns out, it looks like it might just be the tutorial that is this buggy. And it may have taken us 5 hours to beat the tutorial. But then we were all exhausted and so tired, but so excited that we can actually play the game legit-wise, that we continued playing for like another hour because we were just so excited that we could play the game, and we had no issues for the next hour. And so, knock on wood, we are really hoping that tonight we're going to be able to hop in and just play normal for a couple of hours without everything just absolutely dying.
Oh.
So, this has been my 6-hour tutorial experience, but boy golly, I think it was worth it. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes with the rest of it, but man, we got real good at that tutorial. Real good. Just too funny, and also making our characters.
Oh yeah, this
I also gotta let you guys know. So my father picked a wizard,
Dead.
and that means he has a familiar, right?
Great rotation.
That means he has a familiar. So my father has a spider as a familiar, and my brother is literally deathly afraid of spiders in real life. The second my dad summoned his familiar, my brother screams. He goes, "Spider!" And he immediately Eldritch blasts my dad's familiar and blasts this spider out of existence. My dad's like, "That was my familiar." My brother's like, "Well, how was I supposed to know? It scared the bejeebers out of me." He goes, "I can't even re-summon it until we rest."
Hey, hit my butt over there.
Literally just annihilated his familiar the second that he spawned. Oh my god. So at one point my brother disconnects. My brother disconnects. And because my brother disconnected, my dad summoned his familiar again. The second he summoned his familiar, I click on an ability called Smash. And I'm hovering it, literally hovering it over the spider. I'm about to smash it. And my dad goes, "Please don't kill my spider this time, guys." And I just start busting out laughing. I was like, holy crap. I was about to smash the living daylight out of it. I'm hovered over it as we speak. About to send it into oblivion. I'm glad you called it out because that thing was about to get yoinked out of existence. Oh my goodness, just too funny. I was like, I'm glad that you called it because it was gone. You may not know this, but I was sneaking right up behind it. Just too flippin' funny, man. Oh gosh.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh no, we had a great time. It was objectively a fun time. It was just also the buggiest thing. Like, it was one of the buggiest experiences I've had in gaming. The way that we explained it at the end was if the game was 1%, if the game was 1% more buggy, it would have been unplayable.
I see shadows. More than usual.
Like, it would have been literally unplayable if it was 1% more buggy. But because it wasn't, we made it through the tutorial, and I think we might actually be able to play the game for reals today. So.
Never see it coming.
Oh my goodness, why is there a was at my back left, Harbies? Thank you, Paputo, for the 16 months. So, this has been my Baldur's Gate 3 experience so far. And, you know. I'll keep you updated on all the fun to come.
If I could.
On all the fun to come. And so that's how I spent $200 on video games for my family in order to play a 6-hour tutorial. The end. Like,
It's fine.
Ally has been slain.
oh goodness.
They just dumped a lot on you.
Get riggedy wrecked, son.
Woo!
Dude, they dumped a lot on us in mid. We literally got.
Is this game like Divinity Original Sin?
I think one of the shells.
It's like Divinity if Divinity were, you know, Baldur's Gate. Like, imagine an updated Neverwinter Nights that uses D&D 5e rules but as a group play, like peam game, like Baldur's Gate with all the lore and stuff.
Well,
Glad to catch a stream. Glad to have you here, Fred, in the stream. How about that? He's so long!
get it!
Oh my god, that Athena ult saved my life so hard. I literally would have died without that mitigation. Let's go.
How much did that mitigate you out of?
Just enough. Just enough.
Good, buddy.
Oh
All
man.
right, let's go,
Have I
guys.
played the first Baldur's 2 Gate games? Yes, but a really long time ago. Like, I haven't played the Baldur's Gate games in a hot minute, but yes, I have. Both the Baldur's Gate games and their various
we got some
expansions.
thick boys over here.
So.
Let's start with the strike.
Young Incon played all the Neverwinter Nights games, all the Baldur's Gate games, you know, Icewind Dale, Elemental Temple. Was that what's called? Elemental Temple? All those games. All of them.
Alright, can we get anything?
For sure.
Alright, they double warded right here.
We lad Incon, yeah. I've always been a big fan of D&D. I'm gonna be honest with you, young me didn't understand that those games were D&D. I just played them.
Up.
Temple of Elemental Evil, thank you, yes. All that stuff. You know? Links don't work, Rando,
That's
if you
your
are in the
double
Twitch
ring
app.
us down.
If you're in the Twitch app, you have to make sure that you open it up with a different program. You know what I'm saying? You have to like right-click on it and open with like Google Chrome or something. It's a Twitch app bug. The links don't work. Yep. Played Dark Alliance, of course. Me and my dad played through Dark Alliance on console with each other because that was co-op on the console. I'm heading mid, boys.
Bring it on, buddy.
Let's get it. Big stun coming in hot. That's a certain of those bees at the shell down there. Low. That's Loki all down. Chalk behind us.
Go.
That's a dead certain.
Pausing Chalk.
I'm still here.
Can we get a heal? Can we get a heal?
Okay. Mm-hmm. What's up to Kid in the North? The Kid in the North. 8 months and just now you're playing your first Loki game? I know, dude. It's crazy. You know?
I took that. Didn't mean to.
It's crazy. Nah, you're the best, dude. You're the best. Around. No one's gonna ever bring you down. You know why? Because you're the best. Around. Alright. Taking that. We should probably just like do the Gold Fury and stuff soon.
Alright, G-Ben, you nearly scared the crap out of me with that ultimate, I hope you know. I thought that
One
was
of the
another
patch
law
notes?
of the other team.
In about 5 hours a week from now.
Never see it coming.
What's up, Nefarious? How you doing, Fraud?
Nice, this is over here.
Bam! Guys, I am swinging. I got a... Oh, they did go. Okay. Well,
Oh, just go.
I'm gonna start power up. Yep.
I'm right here. Dude, you are smacking it.
I hit really hard. This is, in fact, the Loki build.
Is that gonna be
This is it. Any idea when clans will come
next
back?
thing you know,
So clans were originally
Next
removed
size.
from Smite because there was too many people playing the game and it was taking too much server capacity. And the fact that
Could
they're
you
not
imagine
back
that
yet
Princess
seems
Office
to
is 2
indicate
on
to
every
me
squad?
that the player base has not dropped back down. Thus,
Ultimate is ready.
clans are not back yet. So,
You're on fire.
Ready to strike. Never see the shadow.
all right.
Enemy.
Was being the key word there.
I'm looking around the back.
Never see it coming.
He's
Okay, that is
anti-heal.
Loki, Beats, and Aegis out.
Whole thing.
Your left tower has been
Down.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait, what the? Yoink!
Doesn't help.
All right, do fire. Can you fire? Let's do fire.
tower is under attack.
We got 2 dead. Cerns over left. Let's do it.
Your left
I also don't know what Smite uses as their servers, so I won't speak to Smite servers. But I did hear from an article that
Okay, I don't know.
so one of the reasons apparently why the Realm Royale servers were so bad back in the day is because I guess Realm Royale used like physical servers. And so when the game blew up and they needed more servers, they literally had to like order more servers. Which I guess they have learned from because a rogue company uses virtual
Take
servers.
this jungle buff.
So as the game has continued to blow up, they're just buying new virtual servers to up the capacity in order to make
Grab that
the
glad
rogue
shield, I'm gonna try
company
that out.
servers much more scalable and better, a lot faster than like Realm Royale was.
Serious.
No,
So
I've had a good inkling that it would be.
I don't know like what Smite and Paladins and stuff use, but that's the
This would be
there was an
useful in
article
case
that
of
talked about that for
Accidents.
a rogue company
If I build
in
more
Realm
defense,
Royale.
better.
So just a little tidbit for you, a little tidbit. All right, it's shoving left and mid time, boys.
We'll do it.
He's just gonna. Yeah, we on both. He wasn't.
Ready to strike.
I'm gonna grab my wave and then I'm gonna meet over because it's a pretty big nice wave.
Ooh, Artie's here.
Stay a while. Let me aid you.
So I just realized that they have healing. I just wanted them in line.
Yoink! Oh my goodness. Let's go.
Good job.
All right, shove it up, boys. Up.
I can do this. He's gonna go.
Yeah, the creep's coming up. Cool. Do 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 do. Shoving real nice. Can you still backdoor towers with Loki? I mean, if you really want to. Nothing affects you from building your hydras and proccing it. Yeah. You can even start your 3 and cancel it for the extra hydra proc. I'm looking towards mid. Let's grab that T2.
I'm beating it like it owes me money.
No, no souls, no. Too aggressive.
All right, I'm beating it like it owes me no money.
Hey,
Wait, what?
This beating's for free. we got a minute and a half, so we just keep shoving up lanes, looking for opportunities. Any pros you know that play on West Coast servers? Cyclone spins West Coast. Divios was always West Coast. Omega was West Coast.
I'm trying to get to Hera.
I'm sure plenty of other people are West Coast. Snoopy was like Canada West Coast, I'm pretty sure.
They're all still
But
alive.
a lot of those players, I don't know how many of them live in Georgia currently with the whole, like everybody had moved to Georgia, but then the whole COVID thing happened, so I don't know if people like are still there.
Never see it coming.
I got it.
Your team is left enemy defeated.
Shadows. Out of the shadows. Ready to strike.
Thank you. Love you. Wait, what?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
What? Who?
Oh, what?
I'm getting shocked.
Oh, no.
Never see it coming.
Hold him.
Oh my goodness!
Not so much.
Oh my god. The finals are insane.
Is under attack.
No.
You were perfect.
Your middle tower has been
Ready to strike.
Stand with me.
Jeff Hindla barely had an internet connection. He lived so far out in the wilds of Canada that he actually had to ride into the airport on a moose. Isn't that crazy?
Never see it coming.
Sometimes he would literally show up with moose jerky. It was very sad. Sometimes the moose didn't make it, man. It was the craziest thing. That's how dedicated he was to playing Smite. It was crazy. Never seen a man so dedicated.
What'd he do?
There was stupid crap in me.
That's 100% true statement. And anybody that tells you otherwise is a liar. Ask Jeff.
A pretty blade. I'd steal it if I could.
All right, fire giant boys.
Fire. I was about to say
Fire
fire.
boys.
Great mind.
Loki is kind of scary somewhat. Yeah, a Loki that can actually team fight appropriately is a scary thought. Yeah, it is. Not only does he have good 1v1, but he's also got a good team fight. Can I interest you in Fire Giant?
Would you like to see the fire? Giant?
Would you like to see the fire? Come on, let's go burst it. Oh yeah, we're looking for a fight.
Attack.
Ultimate is ready.
We're coming. We're coming. We're coming.
That's Vegas.
Well, he's coming in from behind.
Big damage on third.
Go, 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 go.
There we go. There's blood. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shove it right in. All the way in.
Go, 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 go.
Ow. I'm on the Phoenix. Ow. It hurts. Oh my god, I'm getting shocked. I'm getting shocked. I'm getting shocked.
No, you're not.
I'm okay.
And he got anti-healed. All right, look.
I'm scared of their Loki.
Ah! Loki hurts.
I'm coming back in. I'm going for the Phoenix. I can burn it.
Healing up, healing up.
I'm going for shock.
Healing up, healing up.
destroyed a middle enemy Phoenix.
God. Oh, I'm going down, boys. Loki, y'all.
Another
Alright, bye.
patriot has fallen.
Ah, so we gotta get out of that
Time
one.
to go.
Athena, can you ult to me?
Yeah, just waddle away. Bye-bye. Time to go, time to go, time to go, go, go. Do I play paladins too? No. I do not.
Just keep going.
Play
I'm just
mostly
clean
Smite
weights
and
early
Rogue
get anything
Company.
out of it.
I had no
Incon
intention
down.
of letting
Incon down.
Nice to know
Yeah.
you're gonna abandon me. Thanks. Means a lot.
Am I gonna make a Loki guide now that he's been reworked? There is a wonderful
just messing
updated
with you.
Loki
I'm
guide
just
for you on
messing with
YouTube,
you.
my friend. Just type an exclamation mark Loki and it'll let you know everything you need to know for
What is
sure.
that? Are you trying to?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty
go.
trinket.
Substantial girth.
I'll take it.
All right.
Yeah, we for
Well,
sure.
let's shove that left side. Left side.
Definitely need
Wait.
that anti-heal though.
I've got around 75 to 100% anti-heal on me, so
Yeah, you get.
I actually
Bam.
got like 120% really. If I land my one and then I hit them with.
That's right, Qatar. That's right. It's not an updated Loki guide. It's the same one that tells you to uninstall, because that's the only Loki guide you're ever gonna get.
Shovel up.
You're ever gonna get. Thank you, Nuke Dude, for the sub. How are you doing? Let's go, baby. That's right. I will not be the downfall of this community.
Alright,
Yes, son. This is a potentially good fight, though, for sure.
anti-healed. Grouped up, smackdown.
Was way in the back.
Keeping them out.
Holding over the wall. Yoink!
Get the hair.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Looking at already out.
Cernos wanting my brood ape. Alright, no. Bad.
That's a dead already out. Coming back with a chalk.
He's anti-healed.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
He had like
I have the hardest time catching up to this stupid chalk, dude. Oh man.
ticks.
Oh,
Can we get it?
Can't see anything.
Okay, that's-
It's a disaster.
Never see it coming.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
We got it.
Alright, out.
Ow.
Can we save it or no, she's
We're
done.
leaving.
No.
We're
shadows.
leaving.
They asked you
Gotta
if
go,
they-
gotta go,
if
gotta
you
go,
wanted to
go.
build a snowman.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, go, go. Uh-huh.
I take it you did.
Oh yeah, I'm a little afraid.
Do you have
Back it
ult?
up.
No, you don't have enough to fight. Never mind.
No, that's a negatory.
No. Yeah, that's a big.
Yeah, good.
That is a
Yeah, at least 16
negatory.
without the necessary.
Alright, do I have the elixir? Yes, I do. What would be a fun item to end this with? What about a nice
be
blood
useful in
forge,
case of
dude? Just a nice blood forge. Help us to live a little bit while we're just going aggressive with our big fat power. That'll be perfect. We got 30% CDR in this build, so 40 with a red pot. Perfect. Max CDR, a lot of power. Not a ton of pen, but whatever. A one-shot squishies. Set up for that fire giant. You've learned so much, Max. I know you have.
I'm at 77 Marines.
Well,
so when we were
There's a
working on
was here.
Stay in.
Alright. Oh, they're right here, guys.
He is at 1 HP. He is at no HP.
Okay.
He's
Looking
not
for
a
fight.
happy camper right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, group it up. Let's go.
Shock.
Popping him up. Anti-healing.
What? Let's go. Fight it. Dude.
Come on, group it up. Group
Wait,
it
are
up.
they really going that way? Okay.
Another patriot has fallen.
How many you guys?
Bopping him. Bah! Anti-healing.
Kinda really.
Let's go.
Alright, we just shove for
Get out
Titan.
of our
Let's go for
house.
Titan. We don't even need the chalk.
Yeah.
Not trying to body block you, G-Bot, sorry.
Oh, you're all good.
Just push it up, guys. We can literally just run an end.
Yep.
We have a Phoenix.
As long as
down.
we just have Athena, maybe you can run a chalk. Guys, too late. That's fine.
I was trying
He's
to.
running on mid.
That's fine.
He is.
Honestly, it's either.
I got creeps. Yep, there you go. Just run at him. The rest of us to Titan. To the Titan. Do do do.
Run.
Do 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 do. Titans get racked.
Sir, do you have enough spots, sir?
Bam. GG, sir. Sir. Sir.
You're like one of those
Sir,
salesmen.
come back here, sir.
About my Lord and Savior?
Would you like a new vacuum, sir?
Sir? Alright, GG, guys.
G to the G's. This is how we do it. 20 plus kills. New Loki. Action, action.